cool things about training with bands is there's so many ways to bring in athletic type movements into your workouts. So today I want to take you through 5 ways that you can go ahead and bring athletic movements into all your workouts. Be right back with you. What you're going to see with all these movements or all these tweaks that we're going to add in to create athleticism, the number one component or similarity among all of them is we're going to cause your body to be integrated. Yeah, we're going to cause your body to train as a total kinetic chain, which means legs and arms and trunk are all going to have to work together. Let me take you through the first one. It's a real simple one, just adding a step. You can take like the band and put it behind your back. Now we've done chest presses before where you've gone ahead and added a squat. Well, we can go ahead and add a step. Now you'll be surprised at how many people can't coordinate taking a step and punching at the same time. Very often they'll move one and then the other, all right? Or we can go ahead and go punching left, all right? So again, adding a step to any exercise, and in most cases, any pushing, pulling type exercise with your upper body, you're going to easily add a step into it. Let's talk about the next one now, adding a hop. Well, a hop is nothing more than an accelerated step. But the thing about the hop is you're going to really work on getting your timing. So let's talk first a little bit about doing the hop. So let's go ahead and we're going to add a hop with our high pull. So we're going to load it and we're going to pop up and do a little bit of a hop. Now, what does that create? It's going to create a lot more explosion, power through your lower body. Now, notice though, it's not that big of a step. It's not that big of a movement. My feet are just going to pop out and go real quick out here. But while I'm doing that, I'm hitting a high pull. So I'm popping it up and bringing it back down. I can do the same thing with an overhead press. Load, bring it back down. Now I want to show you a couple things about protecting your bands, specifically if you're going to use this setup to do some of those types of exercises. So the key is you got to make sure your foot clears the ground. You can't rub your foot across the ground. So teaching people how to do this is going to be really important, because if they're not integrated, if they're not able to go into that hop position, they're going to have a lot of difficulty going ahead and protecting your bands, or more importantly, their bands. And as a result of that, you can start tearing up bands. So adding a step, adding a hop, you need to make sure that people really understand the exercise, and then you bring in the integration and the accelerated type movement after that. Let's talk about adding a reach, okay? Let's go ahead and put this band up here. Let me go on over here. And let's grab this one and let's go into the hip attached position. Now again, hip attached position, we could go into just simple split squats. But why not add a reach or some type of push, or you could even go pull if you had a second attachment. So adding in something to do with your upper body. Could you add some weights into your upper body? Absolutely. But the point is, you want to add a reach. So a simple reach while you're doing a lateral lunge is going to become a very athletic-based movement. Once again, what are you working on? You're trying to integrate types of activities. You're trying to bring the lower body and the upper body together, which is going to cause the trunk to have to work very much in sequence with those areas. Let's talk about the fourth way that you can go ahead and bring athleticism in. Unilateral. Yeah, just add unilateral type exercises like split squats instead of doing bilateral squats, okay? What about if I step out of here and I go to simply a single arm pull versus a double arm pull? A single arm pull is going to allow me to do something with my free arm. So now I'm going to be able to learn how to incorporate it. Notice I add the step with it. So now I've got the step, I'm unilateral, and I've got the opposite arm moving. That's where you start to bring in athleticism. So you start with your single arm pull, and then maybe you go with a single arm step, and then you go ahead and you start working on bringing in that opposite arm. But you see how a unilateral is going to go ahead and really bring in a lot more athleticism. Let's talk about the fifth and final way to go ahead and bring in athleticism. It's very simple, guys. Speed. Yeah, bring in speed. So traditional lifting, especially with weights, is done in a very slow and methodical way. What about going ahead and bringing in speed? How fast can you accelerate your hands up and bring it down slow? Changing up speed. So we're going to work on a quick acceleration up, but we're going to go slow down. Set, quick acceleration up, and slow down. We can do the same thing with any type of push, pull, anything. How about reversing it? This is where it becomes very tough. So you're going to go here, and you're going to accelerate it down and get back up. Accelerate it down and get back up. Now, we've caused you to go ahead and challenge yourself to accelerate the eccentric component of the movement. That is an extremely athletic type movement. It's also one that's going to challenge your joints and your tendons. So make sure you're careful when you go ahead and try that one. So there you go. Add a step. Add a quick hop. Add a reach, a pull, a push with your lower body work. Add go unilateral. And lastly, add in speed, especially with the accelerated movement, the concentric movement. Try to make it a quicker, faster movement. All ways that you can go ahead and build in athletic type characteristics in your workout.